Hey guys, what is happening? It's a new patch, new expansion, new cards, and I've got a new Degenerate Burn deck. This is Chirean Burn, one of the decks that was featured on my 10 new decks of the expansion, and one of the ones that I was saying was likely to be the most competitive, and I've been playing it for several hours today for the expansion. Made a couple of changes to the list if you happen to be playing the deck yourself, but it's very good. So this is basically reminiscent of older styles of just raw burn aggro. Some of you guys remember exactly 1 year ago, I had a burn deck right after Bilgewater came out, which was a sort of similar kind of thing, but this time we're using Shadow Isles and some of their cloning package to be able to use this card, Chirean Sumpworker, and to flip it into this. Now, what you're going to be doing with this deck is you are going to be playing very aggressively. Try to think of it like a cloning package deck. Your main 3 cards are going to be Chirean Sumpworker, Stygian Onlooker, and Doom Beast, and for the most part the deck is kind of built around trying to copy these cards at different stages of the game, right? So you can copy Stygian Onlooker in the early game in the first like 3 or 4 turns with Fading Memories as well as Stalking Shadows, and you can usually deal some pretty crazy amounts of damage with a couple of Onlookers when the opponent isn't expecting it. And then in the mid game you're going to be copying Chirean Sumpworker, and to finish you're going to be just cloning a metric shit ton of Doom Beasts until your opponent just gives up. The Funsmith is a cute addition for my boy Floppy Mudkip, who you might know from placing top 4 in the last seasonal a couple of days ago, and it's actually pretty cute in this list. I know Funsmith is seen as kind of like a meme card, but in the critical mass of just like degenerate amounts of burn and drain that this list puts out, you're able to kill the opponent really quick. It's really amazing in some matchups such as like, you know, Lissandra Trundle, where the opponent has a lot of health and you just want to burn them out. So for the most part you will have to play this deck pretty flexibly. I would not say this is a super easy deck to play. I mean, you'll win a lot of games and a lot of the positions will play themselves, but there will always be some games that you'll have to really think outside the box to be able to squeeze out a victory. So just in terms of general tips, when you're playing for Chirean Sumpworker, you really want to play an ephemeral one first, because the first one you play will get obliterated for free. So if you find one off of, for example, Stalking Shadows, you'll have an ephemeral one and a non-ephemeral one. Make sure you play the ephemeral one first, so the non-ephemeral one will be the one that flips into the posse and, you know, stays alive because it's not ephemeral, right? And of course you can also use iterative improvement to clone this card, which is great because it'll maintain the buff and become a 5/3. Another really nice thing about this deck is that it never really runs out of resources. So very similar to, you know, the most cancerous aggro decks we've seen, like for example, like stuff like Fizz TF. We have so much draw baked in here with Glimpse, with Stalking Shadows. Iterative improvement is effectively, you know, cloning a card and, you know, drawing another copy of it. And Unto Dusk. Sometimes I finish games with this deck by playing literally 7 Doom Beasts. It's really stupid and I fucking love it. All right, so yeah, that's basically the deck. So one final thing, make sure you check the pinned comment of this video, because that's going to have the link to Mobalytics for this deck, and I will be updating this list as I go. In fact, by the time you're watching this video, I probably have changed maybe 1 or 2 cards. Make sure you check the link and import it from there, because you'll always have an updated version of this deck if you do just that. All right, guys, enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm just gonna play more posses. God, I love this deck. I might end up playing more of this deck this season than Aurelia Azir. Like, these are my 2 favorite decks, and they're both really fun. A really interesting mirror. I love burn mirrors. Burn mirrors are low-key. You actually do have to think about a lot of interesting things in burn mirrors. I know it's sort of an unpopular opinion, but I do like burn mirrors. Bossy posse. Do you feel that Watcher combo is unhealthy for the game by reducing design space for other cards? It's pretty tight though. I think Get Excited is actually like surprisingly a little bit less necessary than it seems. Like, I wouldn't run 3, but definitely could be a 2. Master Leona, huh? So we don't want Fading Memories early unless we're attaching them to Onlooker. The thing with this deck is, you know, Fading Memories on Onlooker early is nice because you're just dealing 4 damage. Fading Memories on Sumpworker is something that wants to happen later in the game, though. We want to draw it later. We're just going to go ahead and see if we can find a way to get our posse out early. Works for me. Okay. Got some free chip here. Just want to make sure we're playing this safely. Yasuo Leona is a bit of a interesting archetype. Leona's not really playing at the same speed Yasuo is playing at. Okay. So his deck has a lot of stuns. I mean, I might want to just open attack with this. We'll see though. So, if I had 2 Fading Memories in this hand, I'd be able to literally triple posse attack on turn 4 and completely wipe his board and win the game. That's like a little dumb. Like, that is a little stupid. I did that exactly. I posted it in your Discord, actually. God. Yeah, this deck leads to some pretty stupid shit. Alright, I'm just gonna make another one. Oh, fuck it. Stun me again, I don't care. Yep. Alright, there's another stun down. I mean, he's gonna lose his entire board. Yeah, I think the Cask Salesman is pretty important in this deck.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
So stupid. He's sunbursting to kill it. That's 6 mana. Holy shit. No, I love this deck. And yeah, this is just like the dream Cask Salesman, right? Because, I mean, we're sacrificing so many resources on offense, we really need some amount of defense, which is why I do favor the One of Hapless. Like, One of Hapless does feel pretty good to me. I don't want to give him a double developmental action next turn, so I'll just play my posse now. And I mean, I'll just open attack and literally kill his entire board. Like, it doesn't even matter if he stuns one of them out of combat. Like, his entire board just dies. Actually, you know what? You know what would be funnier, though? I'm just gonna play more posses. Look at you, 6 mana again. You guys want to know something really funny? I have no need to attack with this one. Why would I? That's so stupid. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love this deck. This deck's great. Holy shit. Karen Emo was just made for this deck. Yep. Summoning 1/2 elusive. Yeah, I can summon that as well. Oh, it's Ian Fidalgo. Hello. In the mirror. I mean, Cask Salesman is definitely kind of weak in the mirror. I still am not 100% sure what the mirror boils down to. I'm not sure how powerful Stygian tends to be here.
Lady Elise, where are you?
So, to play Stygian on turn 1, I think he kind of needs to have a Fading Memories second Stygian hand. Otherwise, it's really weird to play Stygian on turn 1 like that, right? I don't think it makes much sense.
I can do this. Just gonna put this here. Please, I have connection.
I think I do need to deal 1 to this. Yeah.
Better run.
Mostly, you want to control their strategy here. Like, playing a little bit slower is going to be better in general. The only problem is if I Mystic the Boomcrew, I give him a pretty good glimpse. Glimpse might be a little too impactful. Yeah, I should have just solo attacked, I think. I'm okay with this exchange, though.
I hope this works.
Interesting. God, and that's the real question. I don't think I can go for Chirean here over Doombeast. I don't think there's any way I can. It's always Doombeast. It's a swing for 4. It has to be Doombeast. Especially because he can, like, Mystic Shot my Chirean. Which is, like, a lot more awkward if that happens. For sure. Like, that's what the mirror boils down to more than anything else. Just who has more Doombeasts. Yeah, I have messed this game up a little bit. I'm kind of, like, unnecessarily on the back foot here. Still giving up a pretty good glimpse in this case, but at least I'm stopping damage if he glimpses. He also seems to have a really weird hand. He's not running... I mean, he's probably on a Doombeast heavy hand as well, because he's playing, like, really limited options. And Doombeast is... The Doombeast package is a lot of the cards that you don't really want to play very early. It's a fun stuff.
Just gonna put this here. That's always been there.
Really? He's playing in the defense? Well, that's pretty good for me. He definitely can't let this through. Yeah, he has to Mystic Shot that, which feels great again. I think I want to save all my damage for face at this point. But killing his Boomcrew and keeping mine alive is a little bit better. And he shouldn't have a counter response to that since we know he doesn't have Glimpse. He would have used it earlier, or at least he should have used it earlier. I think it's best to copy that now and then Unspeakable this. His hand is going to have a hard time dealing with my other Boomcrew, so by using Unspeakable to keep my Boomcrew alive, if we're reading he doesn't have a Glimpse. Wow, really? He didn't use that earlier? That was a bit risky, I guess. That's so weird that he didn't use that earlier, though. So yeah, we lost one drain off of that, which is pretty nasty. But yeah, it's all just Nexus health, baby. That's all it comes down to. Pale? Yeah, Pale is not bad. So we're just gonna basically play more Doom Beasts than the other guy. Like, look at this hand. Look at how many Doom Beasts I have. Unfortunately, his Doom Beasts are all bigger than mine. But that's okay. And yeah, I think the Chirean... Yeah, he actually did get the Chirean. He kind of can't afford to burn my mana, though, which is really, really nice. He kind of has to attack here to save his health to the Boomcrew. And yeah, keep in mind, the Funsmith works on this, so it's going to deal 2 damage, which is why I can't really play the Doom Beast yet. So we're taking some here. And now we can, let's see what we get off of this. Boomcrew. Boomcrew from an open is not bad. The deck doesn't really have great defensive options to just Onlooker though, and I need to play cheaper with this hand. So I will set up for an Onlooker next turn. We can just play the bigger Doom Beast here. Alright, so we've got a very, very scary Onlooker to start, but we don't have any way to like really efficiently start the Nightfall with this hand, which is pretty awkward. In fact, it's really quite awkward. I mean, I guess iterativing this Doom Beast is fine. Yeah. So he's going to have a couple of Doom Beasts here. He's going to heal a lot. Yeah, the Funsmith interaction with Doom Beast is such a big swing in this mirror. And he basically can't afford to lose the Funsmith. He doesn't have his own Doom Beast. Ah, this fucking deck, dude. Alright, let's go, dude. Could it be correct to iterative their Funsmith? It might have been earlier. Definitely not anymore. I would have had to do it on like basically the turn he played it. But yeah, Funsmith is powerful, but you never really want more than one on the board. And only in specific can states too. And you have a decent amount of like search and draw for it. I think I'm pretty happy with Funsmith being a 1-of in this deck. Yeah, so he's using his last Funsmith trigger before it dies. And he has to trade down his posse too. Because he's risking dying to like a Mystic Shot or something if he doesn't. Could be the right call to tank it. This is the best kind of Runeterra. Alright. So he blocks it safely. That's a Get Excited. Get Excited is nice here. Okay, so we can kill him through Doom Beast with Get Excited, double onto Dusk. This is so stupid. I mean, if I chain it together like this, then we can respond to his on the stack. So by doing this, we can threaten a lot more. Alright, we beat every hand now. Because now, oh god. See, he chains his onto Dusk. He's got one more. And then we've got one last onto Dusk to rechain. And by doing it this way, we kill him before the first onto Dusk you played, or the first Doom Beast activation resolved. This is great. No way. Oh, that would have been sick though. Dude. Look at that chain. Oh, that was a pretty clean finish. Bird mirrors are amazing. But yeah, I think iterativing the Funsmith a little bit earlier was probably good. I needed to take a glimpse. Yeah, and then I have Get Excited, Unspeakable, Mystic, mana next turn. I have exactly enough mana for Get Excited, Unspeakable, Mystic next turn. And I give myself 2 more draws to Get Excited. Yeah, we definitely could have won that as well. Alright. Wait, what is this? Trundle, Lissandra? We just keep Funsmith here. We just maximize everything, right? I mean, it is the Shreema version. I have no idea what that is gonna try to do. I'll do this. I actually don't even mind keeping iterative here.
We can always rely on you to...
So, yeah, as always, we're just trying to maximize our damage. We're going to run out of mana, but I don't mind if he's slowing down his strategy a little bit. Just play mana efficient. We don't need to play Cask Salesman here. This game's going to go on for a little while. Chirean Sumpworker is definitely not the pick here. Again, it's Trundle Lissandra. It's a weird Shreema version, but it's still the same general game plan. Where we're going to want to just grind out with like maximum value. And having the Funsmith is really important here. Yeah, I think I'll make a guide for this deck. I want to refine the last like couple of slots and just make sure it's got the perfect version. But it's a really fun deck. Alright. And I think Funsmith should be pretty spooky here.
It's not exactly legal, but it is exactly
I mean,
awesome.
they always have some ways of being able to deal with it, but it might cost them like multiple cards. And if they don't, it's just way too much damage. Does Funsmith also heal you up 1 more HP with Doom Beast? Yes, it increases all drains. So you're getting more HP too.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Alright. I'm just gonna start. This is so much damage. Is one of Funsmith really works? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's either a one of or a two of. It depends on the meta. I think at higher levels it's more likely to be a two of, and at lower ranks it's more likely to be a one of. I'm happy with two Funsmiths though. Absolutely. It's a zero of, if we're being honest. It's pretty good. Why don't I like Funsmith in this deck? You're literally watching it win me this game right now. What more do you need?
Smashing!
See what I've learned? Plans within plans.
I think I'm fine with this. I might want to play the Doom Beast here first, though. Yeah, I mean, he's not really killing me through Nexus Health here. Alright, draining it back up. Like, look at this. I mean, he can't do anything else. I mean, I can play the Doom Beast on the attack turn, right? Is that a little bit better? I wonder about that. I think we do want to set up for surviving one more turn. I mean, once his Nexus gets tough, certain things might be able to finish. Let's start with this.
No refunds. First one's free.
Oh man, Trundle. Trundle's Ice Quake. If he hits Trundle, he has Ice Quake now, which can't actually kill Funsmith. I think he would have had to have used it before, right? Like, yeah, if he had it, he would have had to have used it before this action for sure. Because, I mean, you can't let the Funsmith exist for these drains. Watch him right again. Honestly, he might literally just like sacrifice his Lissandra with a right here. Like, what do you do against this? What do you do against the Doom Beast? Yeah, I think I'll mess around with the ratios here. I think I can go 1 hapless, 2 Funsmith, 2 Get Excited. Yeah, me too, dude. Isn't this just wacky? Weird, huh? he actually is about to write me here. That's too good.
Yet I remain.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot I had an attack this turn. Yeah, I guess this is cute too. Yeah, whatever. No reason to let the Funsmith die.
Nothing's tougher than a troll.
Let me just draw into something. Wonder, does this lose me to anything? Kind of opens me up to something. Maybe I should just attack with my Funsmith there like a normal human being. Oh, healing. Wait, that's broken.
I'll knock 'em dead.
Frost gathers.
If he has 3 sisters, he could Fury for +3. +3 is slightly spooky. He doesn't really have a very easy time tricking this out. I mean, it is super easy for him to have 3 sisters. Like, way too easy. Yeah, I think I probably do just have to do this. Iterative the Funsmith. I might if he plays something here. That's funny. But yeah, the thing about Chireans, the most important thing about this deck is to understand that it's like, I mean, sometimes it's a Chirean deck, but you don't want to play it every game like it's a Chirean deck. You know what I mean? So, if he's forced to kill the Funsmith, he'll have to do it there. So there's no reason for me to boom crew. Oh, this is so weird. I mean, I can play a beefed up Chirean, and with 3 health off of the iterative, it'll actually be pretty difficult to deal with. I don't actually have the rest of the burn tools in this hand.
Shiver in your boots. It's good to be the king.
I mean, if he spends all his mana here, like, the tough Nexus won't really matter. I mean, I guess I'm going back into the Chirean game plan. I don't know how that happened. If he actually has, like, an Ice Quake. Okay. Entomb's alright.
First big mission.
Jesus. Icequake would be fucking hilarious since you'd be able to attack with your Stygian Onlooker. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. That would have been so funny. So our Onlooker could have gotten in from through the Trundle. So here's his 3 sisters. He's actually, wait, the fact that he pre-committed it means he's entombing this one too, which means we're good. He's playing around basically Mystic Shot by doing this, but he's losing to my posse. Well, GG. This is such a stupid game. But yeah, this is kind of how you have to play against Lissandra Trundle in general, which is just like the full resource game. Just like hard mulligan for resources. Don't really try to play for Chireans. It was just the weird finish to that game that made us have to go back into the Chirean game plan.